Hey guys, welcome back to another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today I'm going to be doing some Battle Spot singles. This is just some replays I have from my time playing Battle Spot. Recently I found this really cool strategy with Porygon-Z and I'm just going to show you guys today. It's pretty fun to use, so if you guys want to try it out, you can. I'll leave the set in the description and yeah, so let's get right into the battle. So, I really had no idea who he wanted to lead with. He didn't really have any leads on his team, just a bunch of random Pokemon. So he sends out the Charizard, and I know that I can pretty much live anything he wants to throw at me if he doesn't Dragon Dance, but he does Dragon Dance now. But I do manage to get a free Toxic off on this guy. So now he Megas, and I am just sitting here, just like, I'm not really sure what to do, so I just go for the Protect to get some poison damage off. And yeah, so as I see the Outrage, I realize that I can pretty much get a free switch here, because he has Outrage, and I can go straight into my Aegislash because I resist that. And it is going to still do, you know, a fair amount. He did Dragon Dance, but it's not going to do a lot. I do get the Leftovers recovery, so that's also a good thing. So since he has to attack me again, I'm going to King's Shield, so then his attack will be lowered. And that's harshly, so that'll actually drop it 2 stages. So his attack is at -1 at the moment. So I get the Leftovers, and I know he pretty much can't hurt me this turn. Even an Earthquake's not going to do that much. So I'm just going to go for a Swords Dance. He breaks through the confusion. He does go for the Earthquake. It doesn't do much to me, obviously, because of the attack lower, but I go for the Swords Dance, and I managed to have a +2 there. So at this point, this guy, there's not much he can do with his Charizard. I'm just going to go for the Shadow Sneak quickly and finish him off. Get my Leftovers recovery, and now he sends out his own Aegislash, and yeah, so I predict the attack on the first turn, so I'm gonna go straight for the King's Shield, and he is going to attack, as you can see here, and I do get the attack lower, which is very good. It's very good. Get my recovery there. So he actually pulls out the Z move, and I'm thinking it's not going to do much because I think it's Shadow Claw or Shadow Sneak, but turns out he's actually a mixed attacking Aegislash, and this is a special attacking Never Ending Nightmare, and that's not going to end well for me. I'm not going to be able to live that because he is at full special attack, and that's pretty bad. So now I send out my Garchomp. I know I can live anything this thing throws at me, even a special attack, so I go for the Swords Dance. And even if he went for Shadow Ball after this, it wouldn't have done much because I am a defensive Garchomp. He does go for the King's Shield, and I'm just going for Earthquake. That's not a contact move, so it's not going to, you know, really impact me. So I go for the Earthquake now. Should easily take him out, and it does. Now he sends out his Tapu Koko, his last Pokemon. Obviously, I expect the Dazzling Gleam. So, you know, I'm just realized, just like, oh yeah, I gotta let Garchomp go here. There's not much I can do. So obviously he goes for the Dazzling Gleam, and I have my my Porygon at the back here, and you're gonna see the strategy now. So basically, this is Z conversion, and I'm gonna turn into a Ghost type. And it is really good against unsuspecting opponents, as you'll see in the next battle, because you go from a normal type to a ghost type. So they obviously might go for a fighting move, but now you're a ghost type, you're immune to that. So yeah, it catches people off guard sometimes. It's really fun to use, and I managed to take him out with the Shadow Ball. Now, what people don't know is that it actually boosts all your stats as well as Z conversion. So you get a +1 in every single stat, and that's really good. To be honest, it's a very good move. So here is the next battle. I'm going to lead with my Infernape as he leads with his Buzzwole, and at this point I'm just going to set up the Stealth Rock because in his team preview he had like like 2 bug Pokemon and some flying guy. I think it was Charizard. He didn't end up bringing him, but unfortunately didn't get the Stealth Rocks to do much there, but it did break a few Focus Sashes. So I go for the Fire Punch. Obviously Infernape has to go down here, but that's okay because I know that Porygon-Z can take most of his team from here. And yeah, you're going to see the true power of Porygon-Z here. So he gets the Beast Boost. He's probably thinking, you know, he's about to sweep me. But Porygon-Z comes out. He's like, oh yeah, gonna get that fighting move. But guess what? I'm a Ghost type, so that's not going to affect me. So yeah, this is a really good strategy. It's been really fun to use. I've been using it for a while now, and it's really good to use. It's very fun to sweep people with it. And obviously with adaptability, you get a full power Shadow Ball, like 160 base power because of that, including Stab. Now I also have Ice Beam on this Porygon. So yeah, it's got a lot of coverage. Porygon does have a lot of coverage. He learns Dark Pulse, Psyshock, Psychic, Ice Beam, and Thunderbolt, and he's also got access to Shadow Ball as well. Tri-Attack is pretty good on like nasty plot sets that, you know, don't use conversion. But honestly, with the Z move conversion, you really should be using Z conversion on your Porygon. Obviously, this is not going to take him out, and he's going to fire off his Z move, Continental Crush. And this is actually not going to do much because obviously my defense is raised from Z conversion. But yeah, it still does a fair amount. It does bring me quite low, and I don't think Nihilego is that, you know, offensive. But yeah, it does drop, and that's pretty good. And that's the end of that match. Next up, okay, so this battle is against a guy who had a full water team, and yeah, so I'm going to lead with my Tapu Koko as he leads with his Toxapex. Obviously, I'm just going to go straight for the Thunderbolt here because Electric Surge boost as well. But what he does is he switches into his Seeking, and I did not know that Seeking has Lightning Rod. I can't believe I didn't know that, but anyway, he switches into that. He's not a special attacker, so that doesn't really do anything. And I'm going to go into my Tangrowth because I know I can live almost anything this thing tries to throw at me. We look at this Poison Jab, look, that does nothing. Tangrowth is really fun to use. Fortunately, I've taken him out of my team now, but he's still very fun to use. He gets a crit there. That's unfortunate. I'm going to go for the Giga Drain. His berry, I don't know the names of the berries, but it's the one that reduces super effective grass moves, and unfortunately that doesn't do much because of that. But he's going to go for another Poison Jab, and I of course live it quite well, and I can fire off a Giga Drain and get rid of this Seeking. It's clearly a very annoying Pokemon. It's the only time I've ever played against it, and I did not know it had Lightning Rod. It's pretty annoying. Now, Toxapex, this guy, very stally. It's really annoying. Anyway, he's going to fire off the Venoshock, and that does a fair amount of damage. The electricity fades away. I'm going to fire off another Giga Drain. I think I know I'm going to end up getting outstalled, but I really don't want to switch anything in at this point, because I know I've got the advantage if I get a free switch in with Porygon-Z. So I'm going to keep going for Giga Drains. I'm pretty sure I can live another one, another Toxic, so yeah, he's going to go for the Recover, get most of his health back. Toxapex is a really good pick. If you're playing OU, I highly recommend going for Toxapex. It's very strong. Yeah, really good physical wall. It's got insane stats, extremely good stats. Anyway, I'm going to go down to Toxic. Actually, I live on 1 HP, and I get to use another Giga Drain, but obviously here I'm done. I can't live another one. Toxapex goes for another Recover. He's at full health now, and I'm back at where I started. He outstalled me good, but now I have the Tapu Koko come out. Now he sends out his Lapras, and yeah, this is going to take him out. I didn't get to use Porygon-Z this match, but I thought this was a pretty good match that I had. But now I'm going to show you a match where Porygon-Z, you can see the weakness of Porygon-Z. Okay, now guys, I have something to show you. It is Porygon-Z, the strategy. It's actually not going to work because one of the main problems with this strategy. So let's see it now. It's a really short battle because my opponent, for some reason, forfeited like instantly, even though he was had the upper hand. But anyway, let's just start off the battle. So he leads with his Sylveon, and I go straight into my Porygon-Z, and I'm like, oh cool, I get a free Z conversion, and I do. And what he does here is actually pretty surprising. I did not see it coming. I'm not sure why, but he will go for the Hyper Beam, and with Pixelate, that's going to be a very strong attack. And he fires it off, and I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball now, and it's going to do literally nothing to him. So bulky Pokemon, like fairly bulky Pokemon, do stop Porygon in its tracks a bit, so you gotta watch out for that. Anyway guys, if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and also comment, and tell me if you enjoyed the video in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.